Hey y'all, I'm Dr. Lucretia Cook. I'm a DNP prepared nurse, coach, author, and podcast host. I am hopping on here today because it's Father's Day and just thinking about my daddy and missing him right now. My daddy was a pastor, classic PK, he was strict. He was a ball coach. One of the greatest joys of my life was playing ball for him. But he was a strict parent, and we butted heads about a lot of things. If I'm being honest, like we butted heads a lot. And but after I became an adult and during my pregnancies, I had high risk pregnancies. All four were high risk, and those last three pregnancies, Karis, Francesca, and Judah, Daddy was the person who was taking me back and forth to my doctor's visits. All the things, because I was seeing my regular OBGYN and I was also seeing a specialist, a high-risk OBGYN. So anytime I need to go to the lab, I needed, whatever. If I needed to go, Daddy was the person who took me. And those days with him allowed me to get to know him in a way that I had never known him before. Because like I said, we butted heads about a lot of different things when I was growing up. But that time with him, and I often say with my son that he is the reason, my son, I delivered him early. He passed away, but my daddy was with me. There was never, like he didn't miss appointments. If there was something emergent going on, I could count on my daddy to be there. And so I used to say, when Daddy passed away, that Judah gave me my relationship with Daddy, which, through my other pregnancies, we had started to get a little bit closer, but it was just a little bit different with Judah, because I really did have a hard time with him, and Daddy was always there, no matter what was going on, he was there. And if I didn't feel good, if something was going on, like it did not matter, Daddy was there. And it was during that pregnancy that I became a daddy's girl. I was 38 years old and I was very much a daddy's girl. It had taken 38 years for me to become a daddy's girl. And it didn't matter what was going on. Like it was just like if I could get to Daddy, if Daddy would come by, it would make it all better. And it was peculiar to me because, like I said, we always butted heads about different things. But when I was pregnant with Judah, it was just so different. And to have that relationship with him where we talked about some things, and there were still plenty of things for us to disagree about, okay? We still disagreed about some things, but there were some things that we really did have very similar opinions and thoughts about them. And one of the things that is most dear to me is that during one of those conversations, Daddy told me, he said, Daddy didn't get it right all the time, but I was really trying. And I want you to know that I'm sorry for the mistakes that I made when you were growing up. He said, I didn't see it then, but I see it now. And there are some things that I could have done differently. But Daddy wants you to know that, I'm proud of you. And I love you. I've always loved you. And, a year later, he died in a car accident. And, just thinking about him, like I said, it doesn't seem like it's been 10 years since Daddy passed away, but September will be 10 years. But I was just thinking about him and those last conversations that we had, because it was some, a rough season in my life. There were some things going on that I was devastated about. But Daddy was right there, like every step of the way. And I remember thinking, how dare he leave now? Waited till I got 38 years old to be a daddy's girl. I was a daddy's girl for a year, and he was gone. A year, and he was gone. And just thinking about how thankful I am for that year that I had with him before he died in that car accident. Oh gosh. You know, because I'm just thankful. I can't fathom what life would have been like had he gotten killed and we did not have an opportunity to reconcile our relationship. I can't fathom. And so today I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for the father that he was. Daddy was an amazing man. He was a good man. He wasn't a perfect man. He wasn't. Daddy wasn't perfect. But one thing I can say for him is that he loved God and he loved us. You know, and my mama, he loved her. And I used to think I could only hope that I would be with someone who loved me in the way that Daddy loved her. You know, to be able to see a man love a woman the way he loved mommy. You know, even in death, the night of the accident, they saw the truck coming, and Daddy's response was to tell her that he loves her and to wrap himself around her. That is the legacy of love that my daddy left us. He's the reason mommy survived the wreck, because he took the brunt of the impact of that truck. And so I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to have had him, to have been loved by him, to have been coached by him, to be pastored by him. I'm thankful to have been his daughter. I'm thankful to be his daughter. Yeah, happy Father's Day, Daddy. I miss you.